bars where I can be more empathetic and I can read the room and I can read someone's, energy and all that stuff. So now, like, I am proud of who I am now, that I can do all of these things and be able to have conversations with people also where now they feel comfortable with me and be able to open up.
Mm.
So now it's translating into these podcasts, and it's a beautiful thing that people come on and are able to share their stories, and every story will help and every story will heal. One story at a time.
One story at a time.
One story at a time.
I love that.
Yeah.
One story will help and one story will heal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the gift, right? If we don't allow ourselves to be consumed, we actually find the gift.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm always trying to find the lessons in everything that I'm doing. Even if it's bad, I'm like, well, what's the lesson here? Like, what am I supposed to be getting from this? And also, one of the things I like to make sure people understand that helped me was that when I was going through all of these things, I was reading a book with Anthony Robbins. And one of the things he pointed out was that you need to change also your perspective and
Mm.
how you're thinking about this, and not only think about your singular problem. Think about everything else too, and what can you do in this situation?
Yeah.
Instead of just constantly be like, they did this to me, they did this to me. Because really, if I just kept saying they did this and this is the way I am because I went through this, and I'm going to sit and either be an alcoholic or not have a good career or be working, like, if I just absorbed and just stayed at they did this to me, that's the way I am, and still sit there, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Mm.
I still had to push myself to go after things that you know were of value to me, to be able to
Yeah.
keep fighting.
Yeah. And it's so true that you say it, because even, this whole conversation is really about our upbringing as like first generation Americans, or, coming from immigrant families. It's the point you're making is that we too, right? How do we perceive even that, right? Even
Hmm.
the title that we wear,
Hmm.
right? We could either perceive it as, oh, well, people aren't going to accept us. People aren't going to appreciate what we bring to the party
Yeah.
culturally. People
Yeah.
aren't going to, acknowledge our presence or give us visibility in certain spaces. We could take that perspective, or we can take the perspective of, well, I could wait for somebody else to do it for me,
Hmm.
or I can do it for myself.